profile. We're here with Cheenou. He was playing Zombie Warriors today at the Burnsville OTS Championship. He went 3-2, so barely missed out on top 8, but still did pretty good for an interesting deck. So I'll just pass off to him.
All right.
No,
guys, so
you spec from the deck.
I'm gonna start off. So I'm playing
you banish
Warrior Zombie. So the concept of it is just it's combo extenders.
But what you do,
so
you just summon 3 monsters.
If you normal summon or something, and they ash it or they
use sudden.
Well, pretty much if they negate the effect, you still not do it. So for my concept was I first started with the
you pick.
I'll go first.
with the Warriors. So for the monster wise. For the Warriors, I run one Armageddon, one Dark Greffer, and I also run the Elemental Heroes as Warriors with it. And I run one Goblin, Bird, with the Vision Hero, Vion, 2 Elemental Heroes Shadow Mist, 2 Destiny Hero Malicious, and that's for my Warriors wise. I feel like I could up the count, but I couldn't really fit in my deck. I'm running a 60 card deck, so so pretty much the combo. These 2 are always good because they will always help you search, pitch out foolish zombie cards if you ever need to switch it out. And then this all the heroes, they kind of just help each other search for each other. Even if you go for Shadow Mist, go to the graveyard, you get to add a hero to your hand, so you could add any of these heroes to your hand that you don't need. And then if you have Dark Greffer, and then I'll explain later once we get to the link why they're useful. And then for the combo, because then if you have a Sode, you could spec him out by removing 4 equal spell cards from your deck, and then you can use his effect. And once you if you start off with him, you can add Destiny Hero Malicious, use his effect to pitch. And then now after that, you have a pitch another foolish, so you could do either Necro World Banshee if you need, or vice versa. If you don't have him in your hand, then you could pitch him out Malicious to get the extra. And that's it so far for the Warriors. And for Zombies, I run one Cheenou Despair Master, one Cheenou Solitaire, a Mizuki, one Uni-Zombie. I was running 2, but the reason why I kind of stopped with just 1 because they get kind of cloggy if you're running Warriors and Zombies, because if you draw 2 Uni, you're kind of stuck. And so I have 2 Banshee. You must have 2 Banshee. I want to run 3, but since it's a 60 card deck, I run 2 because it's a really good card to protect your zombie world and also to grab a zombie world out. And I run 2 Blooms, of course. You have to have, especially if you're running any zombie deck. Honestly, they're really good. If you're running level 5 or higher on zombies, they help a lot. You could really use a Link Rebo for it and use this effect, so it's like a one combo card. One card combo, and then for the 2 boss cards for zombies, I run the Doom Kings, 2 Doom King, in case they get rid of 1. You can always get 1. The only reason why you don't need too much, because you can always he can always be spec back from the graveyard every standby phase. And then I was thinking about running 2 Fraulein, but I only needed really 1 Fraulein. So it's just in case if these 2 guys are out, you could grab Fraulein out. And Fraulein, even if you draw, it's fine because you can spec her. And the cool thing is you can spec her when you attack or when your opponent attacks. And then she also has a really, really cool effect where it's a quick effect and it's only during damage calculation. So when that happens, you could pay an increment of 100 life points up to 3,000, and then that a zombie monster that you choose will gain that's value will gain that attack and defense. So it's a really good card to kind of just stop over like high stick beater cards. And then for hand traps, sorry, that's it for the zombie count engine. And then for the hand traps, I run 3 effect Veilers, and I run 3 Ash. Great cards, very good to help stop combo plays and stuff like that. It's honestly almost in any meta now, you kind of really need all of this. Certain decks you won't have to run it, but really good to side to get your Ashes, Soul Burner. And then for spells, I run 3 Call the Graves. Really good card to help you really protect from Ashes or Veilers or even for Monster Reborns or stuff from them Reincarnation. Solomon Greats hurts if they're trying to get to recycle their monsters. Just boom, Yugioh or Spinning Out. And then I run 2 polys and 1 super poly. I was gonna run 3 polys, but it gets kind of dead hand draw too. So I just took one out and put the super poly. Super poly's clutch. Really, really good card. You need it. It helps you out a lot of stuff so they can't respond to it. And then for Twister, since my deck is kind of like heavy back row cards hurt this deck a lot because it's mostly combo focused. So that's why I run the 3 Twisters here so that you can really pop those floodgates. And not just that, but once you get your floodgates, they get it out. It really helps. Run 3 because it's a 60 card deck. You run 2, you're barely gonna see it, and sometimes 2 is not enough. And then for Warriors, I run 3 zombies. Zombie Worlds for short, because zombie deck. And it's pretty much just a soft, floodgate. It really helps kind of slows down other decks and stuff where they have to like really work around it and use the resource to get rid of it before they can make plays. And then I run the I was running 3 instant fusion, but I only needed for just one combo extender, so that's why I run 2 of them to kind of get into my warrior Exotic combo. And then I also run and then I also run 2 mass chains.
Go for it.
Helps well because it just helps you get your Dark Law or your Anki out, and it's just an extra monster, and it works really well with discarding Malicious or Banshee or Bloom, because once you get them, that's a 2-card combo. Boom, goes out, you can spec again, comes in, and then you also get your Anki or your Dark Law. Dark Law, great card too. The Dark Law really helps banish all cards and kind of slows them down too. And then for draw power, I run 2 Allures. Since most of the cards in my deck are dark, I try to keep it dark. But the only time when you really use these is if you at least have 1 dark monster in your hand, and you know for sure that you get it. But if you don't, you can take the risk. But most of the time, if you don't draw any dark, it is a 60 dark card deck. So you would just waste your whole hand. Made a mistake, one mistake by doing that. Never again. Make sure you have a dark in your hand. Now run 1 Rikeki. Just kind of like Rikeki or Dark Hope. I prefer to go to Rikeki. Just kind of save your monster before you make the plays. And then I run 1 Foolish. It's a zombie. A zombie warrior. So even if I pitch out the warriors, it will help Malicious or Shadow Mist to get another warrior to my hand. Or if I don't have like Zombie War or Zombie War or Necro Banshee in the graveyard, then I could use that to get it out. Or if I already have Zombie War out, I could just use that to get Bloom out and to get my Doom King. And then I run 1 Monster Reborn. Monster Reborn is always good. You don't have no monster in your graveyard and they do, that helps. And I run one for 1. Really helps you get Bloom, get Bloom out. And and it also discard 1 card, so that kind of helps you play if you have a Malicious or Banshee 2-card combo. You discard Banshee and boom, it comes out. Now you have a Zombie World, and you can use Link 1 for for Bloom to Link Karibo, and then use the effect to bring out Bloom's effect to bring out Doom. And then because I'm running a Sode and the Warrior, you need your at least 5 equip cards. If you run 4, if you draw 1 of them, you're done. You can't spec anymore. So I was thinking about 6, but 5 is already pushing it. So the 5 equip card I decided to use was DDR from different dimension. Reason for it is because you could pick pretty much you can spec from your banning zone. And so if you need Doom or you need Zombie War out in it, and you have them in the or Banshee them in their banning zone, you just bring it out. By discarding another card, that's if you have another card you need to discard, it'll help anyways. And even if you draw 2 of them, it's okay because you could get rid of 1 by discarding 1 and using this one, and you still have 3 left. But see that's where I try to keep it at 5 so it doesn't overclock my deck. Because if you draw 3 of these, you're pretty much done, and you never really want to see 2 of these in your hand. You kind of just want to see 1. And the reason why I run, and I also run this one right here, Autonomous Action Unit. Great card for a Sode. Any warrior you run Sode is because it's pretty much a monster reborn to your opponent's side, but it's an equipped card, so it has to affect one. And then I only run one Divine Phoenix Blade because technically my whole concept is you start with the warriors to get your combo out, to get your cards out, and then you finish off with zombies. So you only need this card. The reason why I throw this card is as a 5th card and not any other ones is because you have warriors. So if you don't have it yet and you know you already throw away your used your warriors for like links or synchro or anything, you can banish that, bring this small card back for a cost. So now you have, for example, you have 2 of these, and this is the only card in your hand, and you need a cost. And you just banish, it just comes, and now you have a 2nd cost. And then that's all for my spells. And then for my traps, I run 2 Phantom, the Knights of the Shades. The reason for it is great extra special summon. You know, if you have no trap cards are in your graveyard, set it, play it, boom, comes out. That's a free spec. And then I also run 2 Cheenou Swallow Slash, because zombie card again. You know, Zombie World comes out, great card with Doom King, because Doom King always come back. So boom, you pop this, just you tribute Doom King, and it destroys 2 cards. And then at the 2nd effect, you have to banish a Cheenou, and that's why I have Cheenou Spirit Master, because when Spirit Master gets banished from the deck, or it just gets banished, you can pop 1 card. So this is technically a 3-card pop combo. And then for the other 2, since it's a minor, since I'm already running that zombie, it's a minor, soft floodgate. So I try to run these 2 just a little bit. Usually I was siding like these 2, but in this match I didn't really side because I had a 60 card deck, and if I feel like I just have 1 of each, the chances of drawing it's not really going to come out. So these are just the extra 2 cards I threw in, just in case you do draw it and you need it. And honestly, I could probably fill it with better cards, but at this moment, you know, with this tournament, it's a learning experience. It's just trying it out. And then last top card is the Black One in Heaven. It's like a, you know, solemn or so, but only for special summon, no cost. So that's the only reason why I play it. And then, cause then I play Vampire Fallen too, and that cost is, you know, life points and stuff. So and instant fusion. So you don't really want to pay so much life points down, print you down. So that's why I decided to throw this. And then for my extra deck, we start off with the links. So I start with 1 Link Karibo, 1 Isode, 1 Vampire Sucker, 1 Summoner Sorceress,
I'll swap these out for 2 more of these.
1 Skull Dread, and 1 Barrel Low Dragon. And I wish I could be running 2 or more of these, but it's a warrior zombie deck, so you're gonna have to kind of, you know, manage what you actually need and what you do. And plus the way the deck is kind of concepted is you're just really using them just for combo pieces. And then you can always bring them back from Mizuki and stuff like that too. And then once you get Zombie World out, and then so for my synchros, I run 3 synchros. So I got FA. So if I need any negates, got that. And then level 7 too. So you can use Malicious, and it's a combo with Summoner Sorceress. You can use Malicious, get him out, Zombie World, use Sorceress to get Bloom out, and that's level 1. So you can sync those for this, and Bloom's out, and when Bloom's out, you can use the effect to get Doom if you have Zombie World. So it's a combo effect again. And then I also have, I play Savage. Again, he's a Savage. Level 8. Just in case I could get like Uni and 2 levels. And then 3rd one is Trishula. A lot of the time is because you always have that level 8 Doom King Bardock out, so you can just use that. If you have him out, same thing with Sorceress. You can use that combo, same thing. Instead of Malicious and Bloom, you can use Doom King and Bloom, and that will get Trishula. And now you can banish a card from the hand, deck, and graveyard. Yeah, and then field. $30. I believe it was field, deck, and graveyard. And then
hand field and graveyard.
Hand field, graveyard. Yeah, sorry, it's like that. Anyways, yeah, and it helps a lot because it's pretty constant that you get Doom King out, and then if you ever need Bloom again, you can always get him out using if he's banished, using DDR If he's not, then using Mizuki or Mizuki or Soul or Monster Reborn. And
I really
then,
like them.
for my fusions, I run one Invoke, which is for your combo extender for your instant fusion, and he's really good. So if like they're playing Thunder, you go against Thunder, right? They get Colossal out. You can't add cards. And this deck you need to add cards. So then you just instant comes out,
This is actually pretty strong.
quick effect, you can flip it face down.
Skytracker.
Pretty much a Pokemon. And then you just use that and then just link out to Isolde, you know, after you flip out and then you start adding cards again. Then I also run
To be honest, I like it.
Mud Dragon.
You know, just to
Mud Dragon
get
is
all the
underrated.
cards
People
that
think,
need.
you know, there's a lot of ways to go around, but once you give him off, he's actually
rather have
slows people down pretty hard because his effect is that he cannot be targeted
Oh no, that's fine because
by
like,
your
you can also
monster,
tag them
by
all,
your
too.
opponent at all with
So-
card effects. And then quick effect, you can call any type of attribute, and then your opponents cannot target
'Cause when
any of those
Sun-
monsters on the field with that attribute
from
or
what
any
my
card
experience
effects.
was that,
So you could use it to protect yourself, or you could use it to stop, you know, like for example, Sky Striker, you know. You can use it and they can't snatch you. Or Mind Control, they can't snatch you. And if they use like Noble Knights, you know, equip cards,
swap it for
you
him.
call that, they can't equip it to their, or
If you
like,
try and
if
keep
there's
the
targeting their
invoke,
monsters, then
so
they
you
can't
have more
target.
lights, so you go into
And then
more
kind of
easier
uses them as a
than,
combo with Dark Claw, so that way you can protect and, you know. And again, it's talking about Dark Claw, are my two mass
That's pretty
change,
good, yeah.
the heroes. Dark Claw, great
it's
card,
changed
very
stuff
great
up.
card. So it makes
Yeah.
people think a lot and makes them change the combo style once they see him come out. Is because pretty much every card that comes out that goes to the opponent's graveyard is banished instead. So people have to like resource it better and try to beat around it. And then the second effect is pretty cool too. If you like, they add any of your opponent adds any card to their hand, quick effect, you could discard one card
Yeah,
random.
no problem.
And then you get Spanish too.
Yeah.
And then
I like your ratios.
I have Enki
I tried
down
this
here.
too.
He's more of combo extender if I'm attacking, like, because when you look at Dark Claw, he's 24. So it's 2 weeks, so you need to be over like 25 or 26 or
Just me, it's
something.
like, how I
Boom,
felt
you get
about them,
Enki.
like, they were either
And
hit
Enki's
or
pretty
they
cool
missed.
because then you could attack directly too, but if the attack damage is half. But if you don't need to do that, what you can do is when it destroys a monster effect after damage calculations, you can grab a mass change, and it's still in battle phase. Mass change is quick play, so you can play that. Boom, end up with Dark Law, and you can still attack with Dark Law for the 24 and wait. And now they have to play with the effect of the banishing. And then my two last fusion is Starving Venom Fusion Dragon and Dragon Necro Nether Soul Dragon. Is because great card, super polys and then super poly polymerization works really well because it's another way to get rid of like cards that are indestructible. Because you're really fusing away. So
So mad, dude.
and it's using 2 dark monsters on the field. So if your opponent plays a lot of dark monsters, they got like Boar Sword, and Barrel Loadout, and you know you just boom, fusion them out, and they avoid them. And then for Dragon Necro, so it's cool because it's zombies, you know, just 2 zombies. So if I draw, if I have I start with a poly in my hand and 2 zombies, I can't go to any of these other guys, you know, I could just go straight to him. Or if not, that super poly. You have Zombie War out. They have a bunch of boards out, and they're strong. You know, you can't get rid of them. And the dark monsters, then or the zombies now. It doesn't matter the attribute. You can just super poly and get this guy right out. And then good guy, 3,000 beater. You can't kill monsters, but good token too. You attack him, monsters still on field. You get him token, and there go your second main phase that you could continue combo if you want.
You know,
And,
Boar Sword can hit that, right?
This is my side deck that I did bring, which I should have worked on it more, and I did not. But this is a side deck. I run 1 Dino, Mega Tops, just in case you need a quick pop. Meta should always side 3, honestly, which I didn't. Which definitely next time we'll fix.
When he does the
Danko, I should have run 3 too. Danko's really good to stop heavy back roll, especially this deck. I think I should have mained it because the heavy roll back roll decks hurt this deck a lot. So this would really help. And then I run Ghost Ogre. I should have run 3 too, but it's just kind of it's a good hand trap too. It just kind of helps you destroy to stop combo extended plays and stuff like that. But once you kind of have your hands kind of hard to draw, and I don't want too much hand traps because if you draw all hand traps, you're pretty much done. And then unless you run really good combos, 1 card combos and stuff that can
It was an iffy matchup.
And then for the spells, Sheer Ride, a lot of cards have a lot of adding cards in there. So if you feel like your deck is running a little slow, if your deck is going too fast, throw some of this. Will help you draw cards. And then Mind Control helps you with Thunder Dragons and stuff like that. And steal it. They're colossal. Now they can. They add cards. And then Book of Eclipse. Great cards for against Thunders too. Flips all their monsters face down, so they can't activate the effect. Stops the combo. And then I have just specific for this deck, part of Equitedness, because it helps extend the combo for Malicious. You know, you banish out, you already have one Malicious in the graveyard. Do this, bring it back in, boom, Malicious again comes out. And then it kind of helps you recycle in a way, and it helps you draw a card too. I was thinking about running the other card, that Burial card, where it returns 3 banished to the graveyard, but so far when I was testing it, every time I drew it, it never helped. So throughout the 60 deck cards. So I'm like, if I'm gonna run 3, that's gonna hurt me too. So instead of that, and it takes space. And then Instant Fusion, just in case I need that third one to really play it. If I feel like it's too slow and I can't draw my warriors. And then for the traps, I run Anti-Spell Fragments. Really helps. Really helps stalls. You know. Slow down the other decks that uses a heavy spell like Sky Striker and stuff. And then I run Imperial, just in case. So like these don't help enough, I'll just use this, negate everything, and it's fine. And I'll just go straight Warriors that way instead of trying to go Zombie World. And then I run 1 Imperial. Because my deck relies on banishing 2, that's why I don't run it. But in case if I just decide to run Warriors and no banishing and stuff, then I'll just add it just to stop. And then Massacre Restrict, True Beating if I go against True Draco or something. But I kind of had a feeling that True Draco wasn't going to be at this tournament as much, so that's why I didn't decide more of this. And I feel like I could, a lot of this side cards I could have did better, but that's for next time that I would need to do. And then last 2 cards is Red Roots. One didn't have a third one, but didn't fit it, so I just keep the 2. Really good card, lifesaver. Could really turn no game around, but kind of costly if you're playing from hand. But yeah, but if that's gonna stop him from that combo and let you come back, then that's fine. You know, then it's worth it. And yeah, so that is my deck profile for the Zombie Warriors. If you guys have any better ideas, or any cool text you think that could go with it and stuff like, feel free to comment below. Let us make a video or something too, and let us know. And go to tournaments, play it out. There you test it out, and let us know. It'll be cool. Shout out to Dino Academy, St. Cloud, Burnsville here, because we are playing here, and then also Brandon. Also for letting a lot of us borrow his card. Wish you would have been here, but you can't.
Bro.
And then also, let's see.
RV2
and that's pretty much more of my profile. And hopefully next time, I'll play better, maybe better side. And then if I side better, then I'll probably maybe 4 get a top. No, get up there. So. Yeah.
Alright. Well, yeah, thank you, Cheenou, for the deck profile. Yeah, like you said, if you guys have any comments about his deck, leave it down in the comment section below. And yeah, leave a like, comment, definitely subscribe, and should see you guys next video. Have a nice day.
Alright, peace out, guys.